Yashodananando Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachare Yamunatira Vanachare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jayo Panchatattva Jayo Panchatattva Panchatattva Jayo Panchatattva Jaya Gauranitai, Jai Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jai Gauranitai. Jaya Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Anitai Gaur Hariva, 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 Gaur Hariva. Jai Sri Radha Madhavasa Sakhi Vrinda ki Jai. Sringadev Bhagavān ki Jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai, Grand Rash Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Shri Gaura Premanande. All glories to our assembled devotees. All glories to our assembled devotees. All glories to our assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Narayana namaskritya narachaiva narottamam devim sarasvatim vyasam tato jayamudirayat nashtapraya sabhadresu nityam bhagavatam sevaya bhagavati otamasloke bhakti bhavati naistiki om namo bhagavate vasudevaya om namo bhagavate vasudevaya om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. So this morning we are reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 1. Chapter 1, okay. Entitled Questions by Vidura. And we are treating text 34. Apisvid āste bhagavān sukham vo yasattvam kāma-dugho niruddhaḥ yam āmananti smahi śabda-yoniṁ mano-mayaṁ sattva-turīya-tattvam apisvid āste bhagavān sukham vo yasattvam kāma-dugho niruddhaḥ yam amananti smahi śabda-yoniṁ mano-mayaṁ sattva-turīya-tattvam apisvid āste bhagavān sukham vo yasattvam kāma-dugho niruddhaḥ yam amananti smahi śabda-yoniṁ mano-mayaṁ sattva-turīya-tattvam. Let's try. Apisvid āste bhagavān sukham vo yasattvam kāma-dugho niruddhaḥ mano-mayaṁ sattva-turīya-tattvam apisvid āste bhagavān sukham vo yasattvam kāma-dugho niruddhaḥ yam amananti smahi śabda-yonim mano-mayaṁ sattva-turīya-tattvam apisvid āste bhagavān sukham vo yasattvam kāma-dugho niruddhaḥ yam amananti smahi śabda-yonim mano-mayaṁ sattva-turīya-tattvam. Ladies. Apisvid āste bhagavān sukham vo yasattvam kāma-dugho niruddhaḥ yam amananti smahi śabda-yonim mano-mayaṁ sattva-turīya-tattvam. Apisvid āste bhagavān sukham. Yasatvam kāma-dugho aniruddhaḥ. Amananti smahi śabda-yoniṁ. Mano-mayaṁ sattva-turīya-tattvam. Word for word translation. Api, as also. Sweet, whether. Āste, does he. Bhagavān, the personality of Godhead. Sukham, all happiness. Va, of you. Ya, one who. Sātvatāṁ, of the devotees. Kāma-dughaḥ, source of all desires. Aniruddhaḥ, the plenary expansion Aniruddha. Yam, whom. Amananti, they accept. Sma, from yore. He, certainly. śabda-yoniṁ, the cause of the Ṛg Veda. mano-mayaṁ, creator of the mind. Sattva, transcendental. Turīya, of the fourth expansion. Tattvam, principle. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, like A.C. Bhaktivedanta Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. May I inquire whether Aniruddha is doing well? He is the fulfiller of all the desires of the pure devotees and has been considered from yore to be the cause of the Ṛg Veda, the creator of the mind, and the fourth plenary expansion of Viṣṇu. Srila Prabhupada's purport. Adi Chaturburja, the original expansion from Baladev, are Vasudev, Sankrishan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. All of them are Viṣṇu tattvas, or non-different personalities of Godhead. In the incarnation of Sri Rama, all these different expansions appeared for particular pastimes. Lord Ram is the original Vasudeva, and his brothers were Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Aniruddha is also the cause of Mahaviṣṇu, from whose breathing the Ṛg Veda appeared. All this is nicely explained in the Markandeya Purana. In the incarnation of Lord Krishna, Aniruddha appeared as the son of the Lord. Lord Krishna in Dwaraka is the Vasudeva expansion of the original group. The original Lord Krishna never leaves Goloka, never leaves Goloka Vrindavan. All the plenary expansions are one and the same Viṣṇu Tattva, and there is no difference in their potency. Om Jnana-timirindasya Jnanan Jnana-shalakaya Chakshuram militam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yukta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Sya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunastam Bitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Bitamscha Nama Om Viṣṇu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Tirtha Swami Iti Namine Namaste Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Asri Tatmane Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Bhakti Tirtha Iti Namine Nama Om Viṣṇu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvese Sasunyavadi Pasachade Satarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaivacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namini Gauratvize Namaha Nityanando Vatutendur Vasuda Pranavalabhar Janavir Jivita Patir Krishna Prema Prabhu Padmavati Sutta Srimam Sachirananda Purvajaha Bhavam Mata Jagat Rakta Rakta Gora Kelevaraha Advaitam Harinadvaita Racharyam Bhakti Shamshanad Bhaktavataram Itam Sham Advaita Acharya Shraye Panchatattvamakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Nama Pankaja Nabaya Nama Pankaja Maline Nama Pankaja Nitraya Namaste Pankaja Graye Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopita Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pango Mama Mandirgatima Sarvaswa Padambujo Radha Madana Mohano Divyad Vindaranya Kalpadrumanda Srimad Radhadgara Simhasanastau Srila Govinda Devo Prishyalibi Sevyamano Simarami Srimam Rasa Rasarambi Vamsivata Tatastita Karusan Venu Swanai Gopi Gopinata Sriyestunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Devi Krishnamayi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mayi Sarvam Kanti Samohini Paraha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Translation again. May I inquire whether Aniruddha is doing well? He is the fulfiller of all the desires of the pure devotees, and he has been considered from yore to be the cause of the Ṛg Veda, the creator of the mind, and the fourth plenary expansion of Viṣṇu. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum lagayete grim yat kripatamahavande Shri Guru Dinataranam Paramanam Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptayina Characharam Tatpadam Dashitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. So, Thank you for giving us opportunity to say a few words about this verse. And before I proceed to say something, I will first of all seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis gathered here this morning, and especially my superiors. In this assembly, we have disciples of Srila Prabhupada, who are our uncles and aunties. We have devotees who have joined the movement before us. They are our superiors, they are our Siksha gurus, and they are all present in this assembly. So before we say anything, we would want to seek your blessings. His Grace Rameshwara Prabhu, please, I need your blessing to say something. Thank you.
Mercy, because he received it from Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, thank you. So, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the Chaitanya Charitamrita sets the example. He sets the standard for all of us to follow. That whatever we want to do in life, we always need the mercy of the Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavis. Durgame patime indasya skalat pada gate muhuru swakrepa yasti danena santa santu avalambalam. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is seeking the mercy of support from the Vaishnavas. He was such an exalted personality, actually none different from Srila Vyasadeva, for compiling the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yet, such an exalted personality, before he started writing the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was praying to the Vaishnavas that my path is very slippery. There is a lot of difficulty on my path, and therefore, only the stick of mercy of the Vaishnavas that will give me support. So, we cannot achieve anything in Krishna consciousness without the mercy of the devotees. So please, bestow your kind mercies upon me so that I can say something that is beneficial for my own spiritual life, and probably for the benefit of the audience. So this chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam is describing the meeting of Vidur and Uddhav on the banks of the Yamuna in Vrindavan. As we have been following the story, Vidur has been insulted by Duryodhana and practically kicked out of the palace. And Vidur, he placed his bow and arrows at the entrance of the palace, practically renouncing his membership of the Kuru dynasty. And then he went on a pilgrimage, touring many, many holy places. For many, many years, 20 years, Vidur was on pilgrimage, ending up in Vrindavan, where he met Uddhav. So it took Vidura 20 good years looking for a devotee, looking for the association of a devotee. And finally, in the land of Krishna, in Sri Vrindavan Dham, on the holiest spot of the river Yamuna, Vidura met Uddhav. And then he began to inquire about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He began to inquire about Lord Balaram. He began to inquire about the Yadus, the Kurus, everyone Vidura wants to know. So, this is a very important lesson. The goal of life is to search. But what are we searching for? Everyone is searching in this material world. They are searching for something. Everyone is engaged in that search. But what are they searching for? Vidura was touring the whole world. He was touring all the holy places in search of a saintly person. Dulabo manasho deho dehinam shana bangura tatrapi dulabam manye vaikunta priya darshanam. King Nimi is telling the Nava-Yogendras that this human form of life is very rare to achieve. Because we are human beings and because we see so many human beings around us, normally we take it for granted that to get a human form of life is so easy. But the scripture tells us that to get this human form of life is most difficult. Because out of the 8,400,000 species of life forms, only 400,000 are of the human species. The rest of the 8 million are lower species. So to become a human being, for the soul to accept the body of a human being, is a rare occurrence. And so King Nimi is saying that even though this body is very rare, this human form of life is very rare to achieve, but Dehinam Shana Bangura, it is very easily destroyed. And that is a fact. We have seen many people We have known many people. They were jumping up and down. They were running here and there. They were active in so many ways. But all of a sudden, they're down with a chronic disease. They're dead. They're gone. That is the reality of life. The reality of life is that we are here for a very, very brief moment. And in that brief moment, we can make the best use of this body by searching for a saintly man, by searching for an exalted soul. So it says, Vaikuntha Priya Darshanam. Even though one may have this material body, but if you do not use it to search for the Vaikuntha prayers, those devotees who are very dear to the Lord of Vaikuntha, if you do not pursue that, then your life is wasted. Your life is useless. So therefore, Vidura taught all the holy places. But what was he looking for? He was looking for a saintly person that he could inquire about life. So Vidura, he met Uddhava in Vrindavan because Uddhava and Maitreya were present in Dwaraka when Krishna left the planet. And before Krishna left the planet, he remembered Vidura. And he left a message with the two of them, Maitreya and Uddhava. So when Vidura met Uddhava in Vrindavan, and Uddhava mentioned to him that actually there's a message for you. Before the Lord left the planet, he remembered you, and he left a message for you. When Vidura heard that, he began to go deeper and deeper into himself. His ecstasy went wild. His emotions went deeper and deeper, and he could not even speak. Sanatana Goswami mentions in the Bhagavatam Ritam that there are 5 kinds of devotees: Jnana Bhaktas, Sudha Bhaktas, Prema Bhaktas, Prema Para Bhaktas, and Prema Tura Bhaktas. According to the level of devotion that the living entity has for Krishna, according to our aptitude in devotion towards Krishna, we are placed in a particular category. Vidura belongs to the Prema Para Bhakta group. He's a very dear devotee of the Lord. He has great love for Krishna. So when he heard from Uddhava that Krishna remembered him at the moment he was to leave this planet, he was in ecstasy. There is no greater gift than to be remembered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that places Vidura on a very special platform, that Krishna remembered him at the time of his departure. So Vidura was very eager to hear the message. But Uddhava said, I am your junior. I cannot give you the message. Go to Haridwar. Haridwar is not very far from here. Maitreya Muni is there. He is much more of a senior Vaishnava. Go to him. He will deliver the message to you. So we are also searching for that personality in order to make our lives perfect. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it easier for us. Krishna Das Kaviraj says, Kantanchana smrite yasmin, duskaram sukhaṁ bhavet. Viṣṇu vipariyatam tam chaitanya namani tvam. That whatever is very difficult to execute can easily be executed if we simply remember Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Duskaram sukhaṁ bhavet. If we simply remember Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever is very difficult to execute becomes very easy to execute. But if we forget Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then whatever is so easy to execute becomes very difficult to achieve. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is so kind to us that he appeared in this age of Kali and distributed his mercy unlimitedly. Kripa Shuddha Yashya Sarit Visham Palamvitai Api Nicha Gaiva Sadabhati Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Vande. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is flowing like a great river and is going everywhere. It's spreading everywhere. In fact, the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that he approaches the most fallen. Therefore, he is known as Patita-pavan. He is more interested in the most fallen. Otherwise, how is it possible for us to receive this mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made our journey very short. Instead of touring the whole universe for 20 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has delivered to us the holy name of Krishna. Patra patra vichara nahi, nahi sthana sthana. In the distribution of his mercy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, the Panchatattva, they do not consider who is qualified and who is not qualified. They do not consider where to go and where not to go. They do not consider who should receive the mercy and who should not receive the mercy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he even gave the mercy to animals. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling through the Jharkhand forest, Mahaprabhu delivered love of Godhead to the animals. And they were dancing in ecstasy. They were chanting the holy names of Krishna, and they were dancing in ecstasy. That is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that mercy is made much more available to the whole world by His divine grace, Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada said somewhere that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could have distributed the mercy, the holy name throughout the world without difficulty. After all, He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He could have done that. But Srila Prabhupada says humbly that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed the holy name within the shores of India, and the rest of the world, he left it for him. The rest of the world, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left it for Srila Prabhupada. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that one of his very special devotees would appear in this world. And therefore, he reserved that service of distributing the holy name throughout the world for Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada did exactly that. Isn't it amazing? And because of that, we are all here today. If Srila Prabhupada had not left the shores of India to distribute the names of Krishna, I don't think I'll be sitting here today. For me, I'm sure I won't be here. I don't know for you. But certainly, Srila Prabhupada did a great job distributing this Krishna consciousness throughout the whole world in a matter of 11 years. 11 short years. It's a miracle. Many religions took a long, long time to spread. But because Srila Prabhupada was empowered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did this job in just 11 years. So, we should all be very grateful to His divine grace, Sri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, for appearing in this world to make it easy for us to come in touch with Krishna consciousness. And that rare opportunity, that rare goal of meeting a saintly person, of meeting the devotees of the Lord, meeting the Vaikuntha Priya Darshanam, those devotees who are very dear to Krishna. Prabhupada had fulfilled that condition for us. All that we need to do is just study Srila Prabhupada's books, chant the Maha Mantra, take prasadam, associate with devotees, and our life is perfect. It took Vidura 20 years to travel all the places of pilgrimage in order to meet Uddhava. And then Uddhava referred him to Maitreya. And so the whole Canto 3 is a discussion between Vidura and Uddhava, and then the rest of it between Vidura and Maitreya. So, our today's verse is talking about the question Vidura placed before Uddhava. It says, "May I inquire whether Aniruddha is doing well? He is a fulfiller of all desires of the pure devotees. And he has been considered from yore to be the cause of the Ṛg Veda and the creator of the mind and the fourth planetary expansion of Viṣṇu." In the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma makes a statement. It says, "Chatur ashram tat paritaha, sweta dipamkyam adbhutha, chatur ashram dharma mrutis." What Brahma is saying is that in Goloka Vrindavan is in the form of a hexagonal lotus flower. Hexagonal lotus flower. And surrounding this hexagonal lotus flower is a mysterious quadrangle, which is divided. Quadrangle means it's divided into 4 places. Chatur Ashram Tat Paritaha. This quadrangle is called Swetadvipa and is divided into 4 places. These 4 places are the abodes of the 4 expansions of the Lord. Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Vasudeva is the first expansion from Balaram. And Sankarshan expands from Vasudeva. And Pradyumna expands from Sankarshan. And Aniruddha, the 4th expansion, comes from Pradyumna. And each of them is occupying this mysterious quadrangle. In these abodes, there are the seeds of the goal of all human endeavors: piety, wealth, passion, and liberation. Also, in this mysterious quadrangle, we have the 4 Vedas manifesting: the Ṛg Veda, the Sama Veda, the Yajur Veda, and the Atharva Veda. They are manifested in these 4 quadrangles. And they provide the mantras for achieving these goals. And Sankarshan, which is coming from Vasudeva, he is sometimes described as a jiva. In fact, the Sankarshan is described as a jiva. Pradyumna is described as the mind, and Aniruddha described as the ego. Because from Sankarshan, we have Mahasankarshan, the 2nd quadruple, the 2nd expansion of the Adi Chaturbuja, the original expansion. They also surround each Vaikuntha planet. So, Mahasankarshan is responsible for the manifestation of Mahaviṣṇu. Even though in this purport, Aniruddha is described or mentioned as the origin of the Ṛg Veda and also the origin of Mahaviṣṇu. But in many places, it is mentioned that Mahasankarshan, he is the origin of Mahaviṣṇu. And Mahaviṣṇu is the origin of the material creation. So, because Mahaviṣṇu is the origin of the material creation, and Mahasankarshan is actually responsible for manifesting the jivas. So therefore, Sankarshan is sometimes referred to as jiva. And Pradyumna is referred to as the mind. And Aniruddha, the ego. So it is mentioned here that Aniruddha is the fulfiller of the desires of the pure devotees, when the pure devotees surrender their ego to the Lord, Aniruddha fulfills all their desires. So therefore, Aniruddha, of course, we have to understand that Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankrshan, Vasudeva, they are not different. They are the same. It's just one expanding from the other, like a candle. One candle lighting another candle. There is no difference. The same amount of light is reflected by the original candle and the last candle. So whether Aniruddha is mentioned as the controller of the minds, or Pradyumna is mentioned as the controller of the minds, or Aniruddha is mentioned as the source of Mahaviṣṇu, or Mahasankrshan is the source of Mahaviṣṇu, they are non-different. They are one and the same personality, and therefore they can function in the same way. Srila Prabhupada mentions in his purport, but the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, does not leave Vrindavan. Krishna is attached to his Vrindavan. Krishna is attached to his pure devotees. So Krishna does not leave Vrindavan. Swayam Bhagavan Krishna Ishvara Ekale Ishvara Advaitaya Nandamaja Rasika Shekhara. That even though Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one is equal to him, no one is greater than him. Yet, this Supreme Personality of Godhead, he accepts to become the son of Nanda Maharaj. Even though he is the reservoir of all mellows, Rasika Shekhara, Krishna is the reservoir of all mellows, still the Lord is so attached to his devotees that the Lord takes a humble position before his devotees. Srila Prabhupada mentioned in one purport that the Jnanis, they are all trying to become Narayan. And they address themselves as Daridra Narayans. They said a devotee is better than these Jnanis. A devotee does not want to become Narayan. A devotee simply wants to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And simply by serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna becomes subservient. Becoming equal to somebody, and that person becoming your servant, which is better? Certainly. When that great personality becomes subservient, it means that personality he has become subservient to takes a superior position. So Krishna, even though he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he's very attached to his devotees. And Krishna accepts to be subservient to his devotees. Hare Krishna. So the bell is saying it's time, it's 9 o'clock. So any comments or questions? Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. We have one question.
Message to Vidura at the time of his meeting, except that Lord Krishna is remembering Vidura at his appearance time. So, what exactly the message Uddhava has given to Vidura?
Well, Uddhava did not give the message to Vidura. He referred him to Maitreya. And so we have been going through the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam to find out what message, but we've not found it. But we understand the message. The message is continue your devotional service. Continue to think of me. Man manam bhavam bhakto mam yajimam namaskuru. That is the message Krishna gives to all the devotees. So certainly, he will not give anything different from this. Though when you go through the pages, you don't see the specific message that Krishna gave to Maitreya to be delivered to Vidura. But we understand as devotees that Krishna is expressing his love, expressing his gratitude to Vidura for becoming such a pure devotee. Actually, Krishna is very happy when we become surrendered souls at his lotus feet. Krishna appreciates that. So we should all endeavor. That is Prabhupada's desire. Srila Prabhupada wanted the whole world to surrender to Krishna. Prabhupada wanted every living entity to surrender to Krishna. And so let us take advantage of this opportunity that Srila Prabhupada has given us and become dear devotees of Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Take this.